Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another exciting design tutorial with UXmate. In this video, we are going to learn how to create a radio button using components and auto layout, and we'll be using a variant property of component, and we'll be creating a clickable interactive radio button component. So let's jump into the tutorial and let's quickly create a circle here. I'll create, let's say, around 24 by 24. Okay, let me just zoom in a little bit and then let me create a copy of this. I'll create the copy roughly around half size or probably 18 pixels. It depends, how do you want to create the internal check mark of your like the selection part of your radio button. Let's just select both of them and align them in the center. For this outer circle, for the bigger circle, let's just change this color to white and then add a stroke. I guess we should make this a little bit smaller. Let's just make it 16 and then again try to align this at the center. Great. So our radio button is ready. What we'll be doing, we'll be creating a component out of it. We can skip it, but yes, it's good to have. Let's create a component here and then let's call it radio selection. Right, and now I need a text as well, right, next to this. So what I'll be doing, I'll be just typing some random text. Let's say radio button. I'll just quickly check my font settings. Okay, with the pop-ins, great. I have 14 pixels. Let's just make it a little bit medium kind of thing. And now again I'll select both of them together and create a component out of it. Right, so I have this component one, or let me just undo this and let me create a frame of this. Frame selection, because we want to keep everything in a frame, and then add a auto layout in the frame, and let's keep it center aligned auto layout, and let's have around 5 pixels as spacing in radio button and the text itself. Let's just quickly check out the properties. We have hug for the horizontal resizing of the text, and then we'd be having same for the frame as well, where we want to keep on extending our frame as per content in the frame. So now let's create a text property here. First we need to create a component out of this. Let's create a component here. Okay, now we have this radio as a internal component which Figma has created for us, and then now we have this radio button entire component. So now we have this and this radio button entire component. What I'll be doing here, I'll be creating I'll be selecting this radio button here. I'll be creating a text property, content property here, and then I'll be giving it name as text. Okay, radio button, create property. We'll keep the radio button as default text. So whenever we'll be using these the instances of this component, we'll be able to change the text whatever we want, and we don't need to go into the radio button and change the internal text manually. Now let's create a variant in this component to create a clickable or interactive component. I'll go in the properties, I'll click on this plus and I'll click on variant. Okay, and what I can do now, I can add a variant of this. Before going there, let's just change here status, STATU as status. It doesn't matter what it doesn't matter what name you give here, but it is good that you keep on giving the names to your components and their different statuses, because it helps us to identify the components in a larger design system file. So let's just keep it status as of now, and then we'll just change it as a selector. Okay, let me add a variant here, and what we'll be doing, we can simply change the visibility of this component manually, but will not prefer this option. So what we'll be doing, we'll be creating a boolean property for this internal component. What I'll be doing, I'll be selecting this layer of this radio selection component, and I'll be creating a boolean property here where I'll be showing selection, for example, and true for now. And I'll again select this component in my variant, and I'll disable the selection here. So now we have radio button, and there like the two variants of the radio button. And now simply we have to create a prototype, a clickable button here. I'll just create interaction from both of the variants. So when you click on this radio button, it will swap this instance. When you click on this, it will change the instance of this selected. So now let's quickly drag this out of the master component and create an instance on the screen. And now let's just create two instances here, and you can okay, I guess we haven't changed the name for this. Let's just make sure we give it not selected, because naming is always helpful while organizing the component. So now you can see you can change the status easily, like from selected to not selected, and you can change the name as well, like, or the name of the radio button or the text of the radio button. So let me select this and let me give it let's say we are creating something, select your gender. So we'll be having male, and in the second component I'll be having female. We'll not create we'll be definitely creating this in our upcoming tutorial, where you can switch between these two radio buttons. But as of now, we'll just see how we can create a clickable component, because I don't want to make in this video we'll just see how to create a clickable component, because I don't want to make it a little bit complicated on the day one itself. So let me just open the preview of this frame. To create multiple groups of the radio button, the logic is a little bit complicated, and it needs to we need to create at least 3 or 2 subsets, or like nest, like it will have multiple nesting layers in the component, and definitely we can achieve it. But as of now, let's keep it simple for now. Okay, so now Figma has loaded the components. Now you can simply see when you select, or like when you click on any of these components, it simply changes the status. You can click anywhere on the component and it changes the toggle status of the component. So we have created simply we have created the clickable component here. Let's just change the color of selected component, just to have a little bit more depth to it, or more importance to it. Let's choose this for now, and let's see it in the preview. So now if you see, okay, when you select, it changes its color and the selection status. So with this you can create interactive components. I hope you enjoyed this video, and you can use the same technique to create checkboxes or any other toggle or any other change instance components, maybe like carousel or any other thing. You can use this technique to create any kind of components which can be interactive, and you can click on them and create interactive components using auto layout and variant properties of the component. I hope you have subscribed my channel. If not, go ahead and subscribe now, and make sure you hit the bell icon, because that is going to keep you updated with all my upcoming videos in the pipeline. And I hope you have enjoyed this video. Stay tuned till the next video, and stay creative, stay fit, stay healthy, keep practicing, keep designing.